Welcome back to my walkthrough for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the PS1. Okay, so in the last video, the Great Foyer just became unlocked, so now we're going to start exploring this area. This kid here will tell you about the suits of armor. But before we go through that door there's a secret passage behind this bookcase, so we're going to go behind it, and we'll find a bit of a mini game. Now this kid here, he says, some Slytherin student has charmed his chocolate frogs, pumpkins, and cauldrons into the air, so we gotta knock him out using Flipendo. And you know, what is this thing here? Is this like a, it looks like some kind of shop of some kind, like some kind of candy shop. Like, I just love how there's this giant, little kiosk hiding behind a bookcase in this school. Alright, almost got them all. And that takes care of that. As a reward, the kid will give you a famous Witches and Wizards card. So that's 3 so far that we got. Okay, so now we're going to go through this door here. And there's some beans to get. So we're going to jump onto this table here. Then we're going to get up on this ledge. Watch out for the suits of armor. And stuff like that. It makes me wonder, what kind of school is this? And stuff like that happens too. You get hit in the head by a freaking axe. Like, what kind of school is this? But anyway, gonna try this again. Hopefully we don't get hit again. Grab the bean. Third time's the charm. That's another thing, you get hit straight on the head by an axe. Brush it off, just keep walking. That's how much of a badass Harry Potter is. Okay, so that takes care of that room. So now we're gonna go to the other side of the room, up the other staircase. Get the beans on top of the bookshelf. And then we're going to go through this door into the armor gallery. This one's just really easy. Just get the beans and avoid the axes. Okay, so we're going to go back out into the Great Foyer. And that's it for this room. So we're going to go ahead and save real quick. Okay, so now we're going to go through this door, which will take us back to the entrance hall where the game began. And then we'll go down, when we get into the entrance hall, we'll go down the staircase towards the front doors, and we'll be greeted by Draco Malfoy, who's blocking the entrance. He's got the door locked. And you're going to have to take care of him to get out of the castle and meet up with Hagrid. Now before we do that, we got a couple things we got to do first. So let's go into the Great Hall since it's unlocked now. Okay, there's a bunch of beans in this room on the table, so we'll grab those. Got about 9 more to go. So we'll grab these and then we'll get them to Fred and George. So we only got 2 more left, so we'll go back out into the entrance hall. That's another thing I like about this, you know, in this school, some kid can just lock the door out into the grounds and just be a dick, and nobody will stop him. Okay, so now we're going to go into the dungeon since it's unlocked too. Going to grab the last 2 beans we need. And there's some extras, but we don't really need them. And down here we'll meet Professor Snape, and he'll tell us that, you know, you can't go past this point in the dungeons because a sloth brain was stolen from his class. But we'll get to that later. Right now, let's get back to Fred and George and get these beans to them so we can get the password for that portrait. Okay, so let's get back to Gryffindor Tower. Okay, and then we'll go through the portrait of the fat lady, get into the Gryffindor common room. Okay, so we'll go give these beans to Fred and George, and they'll give us the password to the portrait. Okay, so now let's get to the portrait and use the password. We'll grab a chocolate frog real quick. So let's get back to the entrance hall. So we'll go up the staircase and through the front door. Okay, now we'll go into the portrait room. And we'll give the password to the portrait. And in here, we'll find the Nimbus 2000 broomstick. Now, I don't really know if this actually changes anything when it comes to flying in this game. But, you know, it's there. You need it to complete the game. So, well, I mean, you don't need it to beat the game, but you need it if you want to get 100% completion. So, it's there. So now that we got all those loose ends tied up, we'll go back into the entrance hall and we'll deal with Draco. So you'll notice these 2 big-ass hourglasses, so we're going to put them on their proper pedestals. So there's one. And we'll get 5 points from Gryffindor for each one we put on the pedestal. So there's another one. And that'll unlock the door. Now we have a bit of a boss fight going on here. This fight's really simple. Malfoy's just going to throw these things called wizard crackers at you. What you have to do here is Malfoy will throw these wizard crackers, and you have to pick them up before they explode, and then throw them right back at him. This part's just really simple. Just pick them up, throw them. After a couple hits, he'll get pissed and tell Crab to come in. And now he's going to start throwing super wizard crackers. Now the super wizard crackers you can't pick up. If they hit you, they'll knock you flat on your ass. And you can't pick them up. They explode as soon as they hit the ground. So you got to take the crackers from Crab, and throw them at Malfoy. Basically, just keep moving and keep an eye on the ground. Now I got hit there. The upside is some of the crackers, they leave behind chocolate frogs when they explode. So if you start getting hit, you can just grab one. Okay, after a few more hits, he'll tell Goyle to come in. Now it's going to get a little bit difficult, because now you got 3 people throwing crap at you. One of them will knock you flat on your ass. But, you know, basically just the same strategy as before. Just keep moving and keep an eye on the ground. I just love how you can, like, you know, in this school you can just have a straight out brawl right in the entrance hall. Make a complete mess of the place. Nobody says a word. And that takes care of Malfoy. I like this little gay clap he does here. And I like how, you know, after getting their ass kicked by a Gryffindor, they all run off towards Gryffindor Tower. Well, anyway, that's it for this video. And, you know, we'll continue with more in the next video, so keep watching.